Before the events of the series, before recorded history itself, humans lived by hunting and gathering. Throughout the hundreds and thousands of years of evolution, humans developed and evolved to survive. They developed fears to protect them, fears of falling from great heights and fears of the unknown, the darkness, and death itself. But what humans didn't know was that these fears slowly manifested themselves into physical forms. Deep below the Earth's surface, below reality itself, lies another world known as Hell. This is where those fears live and breathe, and eventually humans would learn to fear this world too. Primal fear devils are confined to this place, but every so often they're let out. The devils that reside here have never witnessed death. They are the strongest devils, those with the names of fears that are deeply embedded in the psyche of all humans. Embodying the primal fear of aging, not merely the passage of time, but the decay, loss, and the inevitability that comes with growing old. It represents the fear of deterioration, both physical and mental, the body growing weak, and the mind losing itself to time. Among humanity's most ancient and universal anxieties, the fear of aging lingers quietly behind every mirror and birthday candle. In Chainsaw Man, this existential dread would take the form of the aging devil, an entity not of rage or chaos, but of quiet, patient entropy. Unlike devils of violence or bloodlust, the aging devil would not need to scream or lash out to assert its terror. It would be calm, deliberate, and detached. Much like time itself, it would be a primal devil, born of a fear so deeply embedded in human consciousness that it requires no language or culture to exist. To age is to watch yourself fall apart day by day. To lose time is to die by degrees. The aging devil is that process personified. The aging devil's abilities would be among the most subtle and insidious of all in Hell. Its primary power would be accelerating aging, the ability to rapidly age anything it touches or targets. This could affect humans, devils, or even physical objects. A weapon might rust and crumble into dust in its hands. A young hunter might feel the body grow weak, their skin wrinkle, their mind fog, or their bones crack in a matter of seconds. Entire groups of devil hunters would be reduced to helplessness, withered away husks without a single blow being struck. Worse still, the damage would not be physical. Victims would experience the psychological toll of a lifetime lived in an instant. Regret, bitterness, exhaustion, all compressed into a single unbearable moment. The aging devil would also induce temporal regression, causing targets to revert to their earlier stages of life. An experienced fighter could find themselves mentally returned to childhood, confused and frightened, unable to comprehend what is happening. This inversion of time is especially cruel, as it robs the victim of their identity, maturity, and resolve, turning them into emotional infants even as they face their doom. Another terrifying aspect of its power could be the time distortion fields, where it manipulates the flow of time in localized areas. In these zones, time might speed up or slow down, or loop endlessly. It might trap a victim in a single moment of trauma, forcing them to relive a death, a failure, or a betrayal for what feels like an eternity. For others, it could slow time to a crawl, forcing them to endure their suffering in agonizing real time while the rest of the world passes them by. It is unlikely that the aging devil would be a brute force combatant. Instead, it would act like a living entropy engine, wearing down its enemies, slowly breaking their bodies and minds. Not with violence, but with inevitability. Just being near it might cause clocks to shatter, calendars to burn, and even powerful devils to feel a strange, creeping dread. But even devils born from fear must wonder what happens when even time forgets them. In contrast to the erratic behavior of many devils, the aging devil would likely be eerily composed, perhaps even sympathetic in its tone. It might speak to its victims like a doctor, delivering a terminal diagnosis, or a historian chronicling at the end of an era. And its message is always the same: everything decays and everyone is forgotten. The full extent of the aging devil's strength would be impossible to measure. It would not rely on brute force or flashy displays of power. It would simply outlast, outweight, and outwear every opponent. It could potentially be immortal in a deeper philosophical sense, not just surviving damage, but transcending it, as age cannot be reversed by simple violence. To defeat the aging devil, one would need more than strength. It would need a defiance of time itself. In a narrative context, the aging devil could serve as a symbol of futility, existential dread, and humanity's desperate struggle against its own impermanence. It would not merely be a monster, but a metaphor with teeth. But these aren't just threats in a battle, they're metaphors for losing control, losing time, losing yourself. Unlike other devils, born from cultural or situational fears, primal devils are timeless. You can't outgrow them, you can't rationalize them away. They live in the shadows of our instincts, reminding us that no matter how strong a character becomes, there are fears even Chainsaw Man can't chainsaw through, and that's what makes them unforgettable. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment, and make sure to follow for more.